Allez, normalement on finit le platine, hein. Mes petits loups. L'image. Allez. Alors, continuez. On est sur le platine. Je précise tout de suite que le platine... je les ferai à la fin, toutes les conclusions. Logiquement, il n'y en a pas beaucoup à celle-là. C'est pas la plus longue.
This should be useful.
Voilà.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Aussi, il y avait bien...
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
C'est quoi ton mini-jeu là?
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Ouais, il manque des indices quoi. Ok, ça marche.
It would be...
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
Parce qu'il y a plein de choses à voir escalade. Sans bouger qu'une autre personne sont ni bougnir que ni avancer sollicite les répercussions de l'action en simulant les cas de fer d'artifice décrits par les tentant d'escalader le mur.
Anything else you would like?
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago. perfect match.
Ah.
So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
J'avais pas vu ça.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
Je vais laisser avance rapide parce que bon.
No, it didn't happen this way.
À moins que c'est après alors. Non, il s'est levé. Il a ouvert la fenêtre. Il s'est approché des corps. Non. Yo Lini, comment tu vas?
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find? I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era. Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age, and when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Oh bah ça va. Hein. Oh non.
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age, and when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes. Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite
On va
my
platiner
age,
celui-là, après on passera
and when the
sur un autre
situation
jeu avec
requires it,
mon
Mr.
collègue.
Holmes.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something, but it did seem to me that everything happened so
Oh.
quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Je prie surtout pour que Lyon se prenne pas un but avant la fin du match.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
I understand.
Merde, putain non.
And what of everything else that you told us?
Mr. Holmes, I
Sans
do
y aller,
assure
on va
you
pas-
that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes,
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I
Tu
am
travailles pas
wrong.
lundi, toi.
You saw Leighton
Mais bon, dans
Chapman
le
through
domaine
the window,
médical, c'est autre chose.
but you
quoi.
also noticed a glittering object on the ground. This precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler. And when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe
Ah oui,
that.
c'est putain le lundi, t'es de repos.
Although I must
En gros, tu
return
travailles jamais
this
les lundis,
bracelet
quoi.
to its rightful owner.
I wish this crime had never happened, Mr. Holmes.
Tu travailles vraiment jamais les lundis, peut-être des fois pour dépanner au pire. Peut-être, je dis bien peut-être.
It would be my pleasure to.
D'accord. Consulter les archives, ok. On va consulter les archives. Je vais lire ma petite lettre. Des criminels. Du genre. Alors. Consulter les archives.
That is not the one I need.
Passer. Pas économie. Médecine non, botanique non. Recherche. C'est pas chimie déjà, non?
That is not the one I need.
Là, 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 là. Oh, c'est dans le journaux finalement.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
C'est quoi alors le bracelet là? Un bracelet antique en or et tête de mouflon.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
La clé ventreur.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Recherche.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I that is not the one I that
Bah alors, c'est quoi alors? Putain. Désolé, je galère un peu. Putain, c'est quoi ce bracelet là? Putain, trompé de bouton. Dégage.
that is not the one I need.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un cycle.
That is not the one I that is not the one I need. 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 That is not that is not that 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 is that is that is not that is not
Désolé, j'essaye tout, mais j'arrive pas à savoir lequel c'est.
that is here it is.
Ah ouais, d'accord, ouais. L'art, bah ouais.
I need to continue my research in my archives. That is not the one I need.
Unique qui a eu lieu hier soir, qui n'était vrai. Un sans-foleur faisait de l'avouer l'emplacement du reste des trésors.
Here it is.
Ah.
One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Putain.
Mr. Butler's key. These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Que c'est beau ces étagères.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks. The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Allez, désolé, j'arrête le match de foot à la fin parce que c'est tendu. Hein. Moi, je suis au carrefour et c'est un feu d'artifice. Ok.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, Just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can. The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow. This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
I can barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there? Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that. Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen, I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Ouvrir. Alors.
These shards of glass are from the window above. It's empty. Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket. A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope. We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
It would be my pleasure.
À mon avis, on est sur la fin de l'enquête là et logiquement sur le platine.
Let us take a closer look. It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair. This is a most unusual hair. The horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse.
Un animal
A
plus grand
hair
que le
from a
cheval.
large and exotic
Oh, ça va, Lini? Il manque un indice. Hein. Il manque un indice.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Ouais. Alors, le matin suivant.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
Pardon, je regardais mon épisode.
Hey, you! Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off. You're a bit slow to catch on. You're a bit slow to catch on, eh?
Deal of the woman. Deal of the woman. Un postiche, un costume populaire et un chapeau devraient convenir. Un costume populaire. Ouais, ben si ça passe, ça passe, ça passe.
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to
Faut
arouse
pas de lunettes.
suspicion.
C'est ta faute, Lily, tu m'as fait mettre des lunettes aussi.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
So, everything is here just as you
Dis-le-moi.
asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. This wooden barrel, there is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure. Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder. The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry. That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right here. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Yeah, méthodique. Je savais que j'étais méthodique, moi. Encore. He loved the woman.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Merde. He loved the
Nigel
woman.
from York.
T'es plus là, Lini?
Never heard anything about you.
T'es toujours là, ma
How'd
petite
you hear about
Lini?
me?
Putain.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Well, just rumours here and there.
Nigel from York. Never heard
Yeah,
anything
no.
about you. How'd you hear about me?
Well,
Merde, putain. Ouais, je regarde ma série en même
Ah.
temps.
Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me? Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me? Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me? Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me? Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal. Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures. This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Je vais essayer de passer la serrure, je crois, au pire, je vais la passer.
I need to
J'ai eu
find
tous les
where the
succès des
safe is
mini-jeux.
and lockpick it. This cupboard is an absolute mess. Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
On est là le coffre. Ah d'accord.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Oh, je vais essayer d'y passer aussi, ça va, j'ai de la chance, j'ai déjà tout fait niveau... Ah.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it. I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out. Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door. The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
J'ai vu la fenêtre à l'étage aussi, ouais.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Et là, non. Celle-là, la table.
This should be useful.
Collier de perles. Ok. J'y ferai après ça. Faut tout préparer, mais je vais déjà voir le...
Oh, that's a lovely...
Un tapis peut-être pour... Ouais. Peut-être pour la trappe.
This hatch leads to a cellar. Oh, that's a... Oh, that's...
Ok, bon. Ça on verra après. Faut que je vérifie les portes aussi.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This should be useful.
On a vu la fenêtre et la porte d'entrée au fait, oui.
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it. I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. The door is now blocked.
On va mettre les... Parce que là, il n'y a que cette fenêtre ici. De toute façon, à l'étage, il n'y a rien du tout. On va pas piller le collier de perles déjà.
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Oh, that's...
L'armoire.
This works very well.
Ok.
No one will escape through this window now. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here... This should be useful.
Ah mais le lustre... Le lustre, je pense qu'il faudrait quelque chose pour le tenir en l'air là. Une corde, une ficelle, une...
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Ah, une corde.
This should be useful.
Donc la corde doit servir pour le lustre.
If anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly. If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
Ok.
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with
Maison
Charles
hantée.
Foley and
Oh.
his companions.
Ah mais j'ai tout loupé en fait, il va falloir que je le refasse, j'aurais pas le platine, j'ai oublié quelque chose.
Police! Police! Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
You sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How do you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our Queen well in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers.
Ah ouais, mais j'ai fait la grosse connerie, moi. Putain, fait chier. Eh, j'ai pas regardé si tous les plans, ils étaient... ouais. Putain, va falloir que je refasse tout, quoi. Fait chier, va falloir que je refasse cette enquête-là, juste pour... putain, juste pour ça, quoi. Ah, fait chier. Ah, j'ai été con. Ah, j'ai pas tous les indices, j'ai pas tout encore.
Police! Police! Stop where you
Je
are!
vais faire la dernière enquête plus tard.
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for
À
the
moins que j'ai le
murder
temps de
in Half
regarder
Moon Street.
les autres
How do you
trucs,
know
mais
about that?
ça m'étonnerait, je pense.
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our Queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. Well, this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Ah, bon, bah ça va alors. Il y a meurtre pour vol et double assassinat. Et puis il y a l'autre là. Merde, putain.
Don't move.
Esprit complexe, trouver toutes les conclusions du jeu, mais c'est magnifique ça. C'est magnifique. Condamné follet, carré. Normalement. Peut-être débloquer le platine en même temps, normalement.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful.
You Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines, or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Je sais pas ce qu'il fallait mettre en fait. Je sais pas si ça gâchait les fins ou pas. Il est mort, Holmes? Non. Non.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbor. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
Yes, Thémis. Terminer le jeu. Terminer secret des lignes. Homme de caractère. Thémis miséricordieux. Trouver les bonnes conclusions des 6 cas. Oh, platine, perfectionniste, récupérer tous les trophées. Mais c'est magnifique. Je peux rien dire de plus. Voilà, platine du jeu. Premier Sherlock Holmes, platine. Voilà. Crime and Punishment platine. Ça, c'est fait. On n'en parle plus. Voilà, donc voilà, pour clarifier le tout, je vous montre le platine quand même. Voilà, platine, un platine de plus. Bon, je vous laisse 2 secondes, je vais mettre du bois dans le poêle et on change de jeu. A tout de suite.